Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Oh my God, here we are again. Seemed like yesterday was the 9-9, but now it's the 10-10, and 10-10 has provided some wonderful energy for a lot of us here today. So I hope you're part of that. Welcome to JJ and her people, Tutah Speaks, who I'm excited to hear from, and I'm sure all of you are too if you're already here. So welcome, JJ. How have you been? You've been traveling, you said.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been traveling and I went to Colorado Springs
Ooh.
and saw Debbie Freebird Spirit and Lisa Smith and Karen from Starseed Awakening.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was really
Oh.
fun.
Uh-huh.
And that's just something I don't normally do.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the first time I've had a girls' weekend, and I'm 51, so that was really exciting for me.
Just the
And
first of many.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
uh-huh.
then my sister came to visit from Vermont. And so my mom, my sister, and myself, we drove to Bend, Oregon, which is a 5-hour trip, and visited with my niece. So that was really fun.
Oh my God, that's wonderful. I didn't know
Yeah.
that's all it was. 5 hours from where you were,
Yeah.
really?
From Idaho. Yeah. five
From
hours to
Idaho.
Bend.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I live in Idaho now. Yeah. So yeah, the traveling has been, yeah, something out of the, out of my ordinary, so it's
Sure,
been really
sure.
exciting,
Yep.
yeah.
So Juanita says she's lives near Bend. Isn't that
Oh,
great?
it's
Yeah.
so
I heard
beautiful.
it's beautiful there. Yes, I've been.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law lived there for a short time, but we didn't get down there when she was living
Oh,
there. But I've been
yeah.
down in that area, and it's gorgeous. It's just lovely.
Yeah, we,
Yeah.
the drive from where I live to there, it wasn't, like, dramatically beautiful, like, when you're driving through Utah or Colorado or,
Uh-huh.
Jackson Hole, any of that stuff, but, it was really nice, though. It was like, a nice, peaceful got to see, like, kind of like Idaho stuff. There's a lot of sagebrush,
Oh,
but
cool.
when we got there, we visited, Juanita. We went to, the town of Sisters, the city of Sisters,
Oh, I haven't heard
and
of
they
that.
have, yeah, there's a mountain range mountains called the Three Sisters there.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's this little artsy town, and they were having a folk festival that we didn't know about. So
Oh,
there was
wow.
there was
Oh,
music everywhere. Everywhere we walked, everybody had music. It was really
that's
fun.
beautiful. That's
Yeah.
just beautiful. Wow.
Yeah.
So let's say hello to some folks, and I want to talk a little bit about the 10-10 energies, and then we'll have Tuda come through. And
Yeah.
I said today to JJ that we all kind of need uh, a little reassurance from those who are our spirit teachers with all the events that have been happening here on the planet. And so,
Yeah.
we're going to focus on that. But the 1010 major energy, it's an energy portal because it's the double numbers again. That's why we meet. And next month, be 1111 and 1212 we'll meet as well. The cosmic opportunity for a major life opportunity and positive transformation will impact our lives. It says, well, we first have to declutter different ideas or beliefs or the physical to make space for our dreams to manifest, sweep away doubt, clean up fear, old beliefs, and unhealthy connections that block our blessings. The 1010 brings deepest desires into reality once the cleanup is done. So, isn't that wonderful?
It is
So,
wonderful. And then I also, right before we went on, I follow this person on, her name is Shakara Tosha well, she goes everywhere, but I met her in Sedona at a light
hmm,
language gathering. It was a bunch of female light language channelers that came together. So
uh-huh.
I met her there, and she wrote that the 1010 portal, it's the vibrational clarion call, and the energetic doors are wide open for us all. The diamond light codes are streaming through from higher dimensions down into our earthly realms, light bodies, physical vessels, and inner heart, as we in turn respond and raise our vibration to meet and merge with these energies. And
Wow.
I love that it's close to the eclipse too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So I want to say hello to Leah, who looks like she just got done at the laundromat and has beautiful, warm clothes. I love putting on clothes out of the dryer, so I understand. We have Cheryl Simpson. I'm sorry you haven't been feeling well. I want to send you lots of healing energy, my dear. We have Annie Bear. Annie Bear. So glad to see you, honey. And we have some questions that are coming up. Hilda Flores is here. Hi, Hilda. And Juanita, who is the Bend, Oregon lady, she's here. And Eliza Bassett from Maui. I don't know where everyone is. There may be Uncle Joe, who just got through talking on. Maybe they were listening to him. I don't know. Emmy J is here. A light worker. Rossi. Remember, some are on JJ's channel and some are on mine. That's why you don't see everybody. Diana, driving home. Okay. Janet C. Good to see you as always, Janet. And let's see, Ziggy B is here. Christine Fryer, Laurie Hunsinger. All right, Emmy J, I got your question. And let's see, I know I saw M. Steve. Oh, thank you for sending me the picture. He was recently at a conference and he met Sun Psychic Jean. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, and he had a picture. Be still and know. That's wonderful. And glow. And aloha to you. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this over right now to JJ and her people and see if we can get a message this morning for what we're dealing with. And then we'll do some personal ones.
They say to go right into the personal stuff.
They want to go right into the personal stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We got Annie Bear. Are we the last wave of light workers? Are we the first to arrive and the last to leave?
Okay. That's a great question.
It is.
Like many people have been in place. People they are emerging. More will be emerging in months after the eclipse. And they're talking about they're going to like the belly button with like this like kind of like the old-fashioned like toys that you wind up, like kind of like turning on our birthright because it's the belly button. Many of those will be cranked up or restarted. But they are saying, Annie, that the opening for the light workers, it's kind of like a constant. It's a constant, is what, from my understanding of what they're saying.
Wow. It's almost like I think we have to. It's like refilling your cup.
Yes.
It's like some will leave and some will stay.
Yeah.
So, okay. So here's what I get about that, Annie. I get that we must remain, I'm throwing cards. We must remain strong. We have the strength to get through this. Some of us will definitely stay. And, those of us that have to leave will leave. It said to expect the unexpected. And I think we've been seeing more of the unexpected than we maybe want to see. But I want to say this is a good unexpected. This is a good unexpected. And they always want you to pray. They want you to go into meditation or pray and remember to give thanks for all that there is. So I love the question as well, though. Thank you, Annie. That's wonderful. All right. So a light worker, does my spirit guide have a message for me?
Shema, my language is a little different today. Thanks to a client this morning. Shema. They're just showing almost as if it's leather work. I'm seeing like the tools, the poking through the leather to make a hole. It has something to do with the stars, because I love this saying, like the stars are just holes where you can see the light to heaven. It's almost light worker when I see you, doing those things you do. That it is like channeled from the stars. And again, they're just showing me like the leather work, and it's like the creation of certain pieces. I'm not sure if you do any leather work.
Cheryl Simpson says her uncle used to teach leather work. That's really cool.
Yeah, we did that in high school. I remember there was a little time we did where we would do stamping in the leather, and we would, it was really fun. I liked it.
It smells so good. I have some leather products, and I only buy from ethically sourced leather works. In other words, from animals that have been donated, so to speak, to the meat industry. They don't kill them just for leather. So yeah. Hi, Carol Lamb. Hi, KK. I'm glad to see everybody popping in. Thanks, Wiki. All right, so a light worker, there are some important choices that you will be making very soon, but that you have the key that will fit the lock that you need. So don't doubt it. The keys are there. Divine guidance is going to come through for you. You're going to know the answer. And this cracks me up because it's like there's a cup of coffee. It says coffee, good motivation. So stay awake. I'm getting that this is
stay awake.
Stay awake. I got my iced coffee and JJ's coffee. There you go. Oh, that's awesome. All right. Thank you so much, a light worker. All right.
I think too, light worker, that I think it was like the connection. It's like when you're doing things, it's not just the process of doing things. It's like channeling of stars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How beautiful is that?
Okay.
Okay.
Mary
so
Ellen.
We have Mary Ellen. Any guides message from her? Yes. Hi, Mousy girl.
Ye tama ushima kuka ye ta ushtatama kiyama ushima wa. Patuto no shti tama paku a ushima wa ima shiwa. They're showing me like the message that's coming through is it's like when the magicians pull the like colored ribbons or something about color emerging. Paku a ushima. Yeah, pa tutono ashtano ka ashtanana yewa uka ashama communication ta ishama tuto papakiawa. It's so interesting. It's like craft day here. It's like crafting day here with Ali and JJ. But as I was doing communication, and then they were also showing me like the sewing machine doing the zigzag. We were just talking over on Tarot Stash about how there's different kinds of communication, like how light language isn't just spoken. And it's almost like with light worker, with whatever they do, it's like they're channeling, even if it's just working with your hands, it's like that's a channeling. A communication. And this is also, it's like has to do with the mouth. It has something to do with color and the stitches. And what I really like is that it's not a straight, it's not like hemming something straight. It's that zigzag. Oka Oshama Okano Iwawa. And it's like how interesting that something can be in a zigzag because it's like you never know. It's like around the corner. Oko Ashamawa. Ashamawa. Yeah.
Wow.
Arts and Crafts Day.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned, and I agree with you about light language being more than just speaking, that it can be
Yeah.
other things. I have this lady that has come on a few times. She's coming on again this month. Her name is Dina, and she does light language by singing.
Oh,
And she is unbelievable. So I'll let you know
awesome.
when she's coming. You might want to listen to her. She's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Awesome.
All right. So Mary Ellen, I get, let the waters settle and the stars will be mirrored in you. Take a break, a little time away. It brings clarity. So, you know, when you are immersed in any kind of a craft, I don't care what kind it is, even coloring and coloring books,
Yeah.
your mind is taken away. You're in a Zen state and you're sort of just allowing for whatever it is to come through. And so I love that. I love that this is craft day here. That's awesome. Hi, Mary. I'm very high, Fatima. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. All right. We have M. Steve here today. And I hope your mommy's doing well. We send her lots of love as always. Yeah.
It's like it's a good day for a walk. I see that it's like a slow walk. It's not running. It's like you're enjoying where you are. I see like a boulder going by as you're walking and some trees. Mama Ishewa Ukana Tanoshti Tana Ka Ishema Ewa. And I love it when they show me this, Steve. They show me like as you're walking and it's like it's a leisurely walk. Underneath your feet, it's like you're stepping on the support of your ancestors' hands. Atopa Oshtata Enama Ishema. And it's more than the ancestors supporting your steps. It's almost that it's like the inner vibration or some sort of vibration on earth. I'm not sure if you're a super grounded person. But earth is like supporting every step too. So on behalf of the earth, I would like to thank you.
Yes, Steve. We're a better place because you're here. All right. So the moon is bright when it doesn't avoid the night. Hang in there and be patient because you are on the right track. Look at that. Isn't that
beautiful?
And of course, with all these eclipse energies coming our way, and the 1010 energy portal, and so on and so forth. So let's see, Hilda, you saw that somebody else is on live because the trial is on. You mean the trial? Is the trial for him this morning in New York, or I don't know which one it is. Yeah. Thank you so much. All right, so we're going to have to. This is who I've got. I've got Rossi, Glow, All One, Eliza, Jessica Lynn, KK, Sequoia, Leah, Cheryl, Michelle, and Debbie. If I've missed anybody, tell me. But I'm going to say that right now the questions are closed because I want to be able to have sort of a major community question. All right, so here's Rossi. What path of learning or spiritual practice should I take? And it's so interesting because they put it on 2 tracks, the learning and the spiritual. And they're like, it's so interesting that they're right next to each other, the path of the learning and the path of the spiritual. But I see him like
It's going, and it's like the spiritual one. Patutanoshita goes over here for a little second. I'm just trying to figure out, and then it comes back. Paona something about going off to the side. Papama pa ukapano ishima e a ishima e papa ema ota no ushtita. So just being aware that there's something off to the side. It's interesting because it goes away from the learning of the spiritual. But it's definitely very active over here in the spiritual. I almost get like a teaching because it's like learning. I think there's a bit of a break where there's teaching of the spiritual. Have you thought about teaching, Rossi? Teaching of spiritual things? I'm curious.
Yeah. I get that too, because I get perspective. It's like bringing all your perspective together to encompass teaching and learning at the same time, because we are also doing that. We always learn when we teach. But I get here, you're working toward your light, and your light is so important. Yeah. Thank you. Wow. All right. Yes. Hello, Jeff. She's fairly new, so she is learning. Well, you're not only learning, you're taking it all in, Rossi. You're taking it in. And as such, you're also healing yourself and others because of it, because you're a light worker, definitely a light worker. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the body code. I forget who writes the books and does the teachings of the body code, but it's so interesting because it's like you can, if you're working on yourself, you're also working on your ancestors, but you also are like energetically working on the future generations as well. So I love thinking about what we do ourselves, and even ancestral trauma, all sorts of things. Yeah.
We do. We don't realize the connections that we have that benefit from our work.
Yeah.
So. All right. So Glow is here. Can I have a message, please?
Glow, they are physically going to like mid-thigh, mid-thigh to like around the belly button area. I'm not sure if this is a place that might need a little bit of extra attention. This is going to be a physical thing. So Toka Shema. So if you're here and just put your hand on your belly button, hands on your belly button, or anywhere in that area. They're going from behind, working on the spine, in the belly button area. Just giving the spine a little bit of space. Like it's very tight. Sometimes we just need a little bit of space. So just working on the muscles on the lower back. And I think heat might be beneficial, because they're showing me like ironing out how there can be like a ridge of tight muscles right there by the lower back. Yena tama okayewa ishema wakayewa shewa. And then just putting hands on the hips, and just gently lowering the hips for just a little stretch. Kato panoka eshewa untaka yepa. Anui ishtitanoka, like mobility. Ka ishima wa yema ishima oka yeta. た kayewa. 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 た and tucking you in.
Wow. She's been having hip pain, she says.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's wonderful. So anybody, yeah, there apparently there's a trial in Georgia with Fonnie Willis's people speaking. I think that's what's his name, Chesborough, and the other lady that are up in there today. All right, open your hands if you want to be held. Reach out and welcome love, and let yourself receive glow. Yeah, look at that. All the beauty of the earth is in your hands, and of course, that's where healing can also come from. So, thank you so much, Glow. Carol says, and I'm trying to find it, that this is the guy, Dr. Nelson Bradley.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's such an interesting theory. If you guys like look him up on YouTube, or I'm sure some people here might even have their books, but it is so cool. Like you can take it's like pendulum work, or you could just use your intuition, and it's like there's these little charts. It's just it's easy, it's fun, and it's really interesting.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I've not heard. A lot of people haven't heard of it, so that's something for them to check into.
Yeah.
You need to know all one's mother's first name, or are you okay with?
I'm okay. Yeah.
You're okay. Okay. Some people do. Just
Yeah.
add. Yeah. All right.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry, all one.
Yes, I know.
Apa ama ushama yama tu ama sheka wa shima nuita. Pa oka ishima ia pa okana ishimawa. Ano patu kama ishima ia tanu kashiwa. Something about I love the eclipse that's coming up, and I don't pay attention to a lot of eclipses, full moons. Sometimes it's just a little too much for me. If I know things are going to happen, it's like they're already happening to me. It's like I don't want to go deeper. But anyways, this eclipse, there's something different, and so I'm seeing it as like two ships, like that saying, two ships passing in the night. And I do see like the dark and the light, how they pass by each other. And if we could only, it's like the mother energy is saying, if we could only like lasso those to catch them together and hold them together. So it's like one side could be with the other side, and it's interesting with like the lasso and like how cozy it would be if we could just stay together for a little longer. But just like as the eclipse, there needs to be a passing. But wanting the touch, wanting the embrace. Yeah.
So I pulled a card that really speaks to this whole issue, and it is life is a balance of holding on and letting go.
Oh, yeah.
Stay steady, go with the flow, and do the right thing. I think Mom is saying, we all have to balance this out. And I honestly believe she's still with you. The only issue is you can't physically touch her. And of course, it's always wonderful to have those hugs and love in the physical. But yeah, it's a good lesson for us to know that this is what Earth is. The Earth School is letting go and holding on. So hold on, Mom. I want you to hold on. Thank you, dear. All right.
I love how you say Earth School, because it's like I saw like a high school like football jersey, like varsity. It's just like I'm like, when we graduate, life school. That's an interesting way to think about it.
Yeah, it really is. And it's one of the hardest schools to come to, actually. So Eliza doesn't really have a question, but maybe you can still work with some of her energy. Since we're under a week until the eclipse comes, we need to be aware of the little bits of energy who can shift between the dimensions. The veils are thinner till a week after. That's really good to know. And that might be why you're having different light language coming through.
And I love the little bits of energy that can shift between the dimensions, Eliza, because that's what I was told. And I think you're the one who told me when the eclipse was coming, because I was saying there's like some sort of alignment. I think that was about a month ago. So there is something Tutah was taught, and I'm going to ask him in a second, but they were talking about how with the eclipse that there's going to be this moment in time where it's lined up and we can grab something from like another timeline. Let me see what they have to say about that. Yeah, like a ladder. To reach things. They're like it's a gold ladder, like the perfect pitch. It's like soft gold. Warm. From the sun. Anui, anui, anui. And it again, they are showing me that it's like the it's like I can see like the moon time when it's dark, and I can see the sun well, actually the full moon where it's bright. And I see like the ladder goes up, and it I can't see it when it's up in the light, but there is a ladder being placed for the not the taking, it's the sharing. It's almost as if we've left something for ourselves to hold on, like to
hold on to.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Oh. So the cards I get, and because you're sharing your wisdom, Eliza, I think they're sharing their wisdom, which is strength and courage. We all need strength and courage right now. It's not an easy time, but as a community, as light workers, as those who are empathic, stay courageous, stay strong. Liza, this is a great share as well. If a person is used to doing intentional ceremony for the lunar cycle, know that the seeds we plant for the eclipse will be harvested over the next 20 years. So this might be the seeds we want to plant. We need to be intentional, and we need to know what it is that we want to plant. Thank you, dear. All right, so we have Jessica Lynn.
First thing I'm noticing is that they went to the seeing in the dark. Whenever I do this, it's like that's how I started, because it's like I can see better in the dark. And I also like the coolness of my hands on my head. And they're also showing me so there's like a coolness for the heat. I'm not sure if you run hot or if you have like inflammation or your temperature. But coolness is good. And it feels so good. You know, when a mom, that feeling of when a mom is just like, you know, it's not the thermometer, it's their hands. It's like, it's almost as if they're taking you in their care, and they're making sure that you have what you need for medicine. And it's just like a fever. Like the fever has like a path of its own, you know, but there can be things that we can do to help support. And this reminds me of what it's like to be an empath and be a sensitive person, because somebody else's story needs to play out. And we can't take that story on for them as much as we would like to, but we need to just be a witness and support. And and there's just something too about I see a koi fish swimming in these dark waters. And it's so cool to see this koi fish swimming in the dark waters, because when it swims, it makes these ripples that the light shines on. Oh, it's just the most beautiful image. And it's like the fish is just doing what a fish does, but the fish doesn't realize that the way it's traveling, that there's light shining on the dark. So I'm not sure, Jessica, if you do light work. Yeah, light work.
Hmm.
I know that was kind of all over the place.
No, but you know what? You started off with the dark, right?
Yeah.
And I be patient where you sit in the dark, because the dawn is coming.
Ooh, nice.
This too shall pass, and your future is bright. I just, when you said that and I pulled this, I thought, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
it's amazing. Yeah. And yes, Lori, that's a wonderful thing to share. Thank you. Buddhism is the diamond is a symbol of pure insight, teaches us how to cut through delusion to find pure truth.
Cool.
And the diamond's vibration helps heal the body's organs, the heart and the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you, Lori. That's wonderful. All right, we have KK. Or a
Hello,
message from
KK.
Spirit.
Oh, with the beautiful horses. Pato kamo shima toka mpashe. Patno papa mbako oshama oka pat yewana mama eshiwa. Okay, they're talking about. So I'm seeing that there's wheat. The wheat is growing. It's like a good high. And then it comes to a point where it's harvest. So the point of harvesting, they're like harvesting, like something has been growing really well, and now it's time to it's the time for the harvesting, which also means it's so interesting because the wait is over, but there's a few more steps to be taken. It's not just the harvest. The harvest means to, in this case, it's to release it from the ground. And if there's some sort of process of drying out, or it's just they're talking about the steps, but they're also saying once this harvesting process and doing what you need to do with whatever was growing, that there is a celebration, like a celebration of, and I'm seeing people getting together and, drinking the tea or like enjoying the honey. I don't know. This kind of has a transformation feeling. I'm not sure. Do you know somebody who I don't know if you know somebody who might be stepping out of the physical. However, just remember when there's a harvest, there's these steps that need to be taken. But I do see a celebration of enjoying, when farmers get together and it's like, yeah, all the hard work, and now it's done. Yeah.
I kind of get the same thing. I have you overcoming obstacles, anything that was in the way, and it will bring a beautiful transformation for you.
Oh, transformation. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you so much, KK. All right, we have Sequoia. Any messages from my guides or relatives who have passed on?
They're instantly bringing me to my shoulder. Actually, that's not my shoulder. It's like the muscles in between my neck and my shoulders. Almost as if they're saying if you shoulder too much, that muscle is just gonna it'll be stretched too far if you shoulder too much. And they're like working on this. They're working on the muscle because you're going to need to be able to like turn your head and see. And they're showing me like how the muscle here, that the neck, between the neck and the shoulder, how how similar it is to the roots of a tree. And we want to make sure, just like the root of a tree, we don't want things to sit too long. We don't want things to dry out. There needs to be like like a good environment for keeping things hydrated. But we don't want to be like too hydrated too. So it's like this beautiful balance. But you can't shoulder everything or it's all going to slide off. And that will not be good for the physical. So there, I'm just going to keep doing this, Ali, while you share your cards.
Okay, that's fine. It's interesting because what I got was a knotted rope. And I think that's the thing with the shoulders. It's like your shoulders are in knots, like a knotted rope. And that has to do with commitment, lasting commitment. So you're committed to doing something that it's showing up physically. You might have to make some important choices. Again, I got the keys, but the key to the way that you're working has to be, you have to not be so tight, tight, you know.
Tight. Yeah.
Wow. That's wonderful. Hi, Terry, at Holding Your Space. It's good to see you. Yeah. All right. So we've got Aaliyah. Anything my ancestors want to say?
I know you were at the laundromat, so they're bringing in like they're
Soap
bringing
and
in
detergent and stuff. Yeah.
fabric softener. So
That's
funny. You know, but there's something really beautiful about walking by a house where someone's doing laundry. It reminds me, I grew up in this small town in Vermont, and we would go for these walks, and we would be on the paved road, and then we'd be on the dirt road. And I remember walking by this house, and they'd have clothes on the laundry. I mean, they would have clothes on the
on
hanger.
The line.
Yeah, on the line. And they would also have, I could smell too from their dryer. I could smell like that beautiful smell as I was walking by. They are, it's so interesting because they're saying, it's like getting under, going under. It's almost as if like kind of like digging in the earth or traveling through the earth to come up in a different place. It's so cool though, Leah, because I'm seeing this and they're bringing in the tree again as the tree is the dwelling, like inside. So they're like go under to enter the tree. Because the tree has shelter, and information, but it's like a great place to hide. But hiding in a good way, like if you're being overstimulated by whether it's like overstimulated by the things outside of you. It's nice to go where it's muffled and it's like you can be held by the mother tree. So Leah, I'm not sure. I don't remember if you do any sort of journeying or meditation. But what a beautiful place to be held.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. When you need a break.
So I have here new opportunities are going to show up for you because you've cleared out that space. I get books and knowledge, but remember, books and knowledge come from paper. They comes from trees. So very important. But it's going to put you in a position of power, like the moose. And so you're going to feel a lot more powerful with this new energy that's coming in. Yeah. You planted trees today. How cool, Leah. Wow. That's amazing. Good timing. All right. So we have Cheryl Simpson. Welcome, Cheryl.
Tupama mpako ashema atama pakyama ushima ye pui papanaka. They're talking about some sort of a wall. And they're like a wall is something that's nice to lean on, to rest on. Like I can see like sitting in the sun and resting on the wall. It's like time for just time for a little break. So if you feel like you may not be getting things or going where you want to go, they said that leaning up against like a wall or it's like almost as if a wall is being placed to just slow down, take a few breaths, and enjoy the sun. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. And what comes from that? What is planted in your soul will sprout. So plant some seeds and dedication, your work will be rewarded. So, while you're sitting there enjoying that ambiance, you can go ahead and plant your own seeds, this is the perfect time to do it as well, according to the 1010 energies. Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. So we have Michelle Krantz. Does my spirit guide have anything for me as far as how fast and often I get physically sick? I'm just getting over COVID. I'm so sorry, dear. Oh my goodness.
Fast and often. So you're getting physically sick fast and often is what I'm getting. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's what it's asking, right? Okay.
Yes.
Look, why is Michelle getting sick so often? They are showing me, they're showing me a seed. They're showing me a seed that's been planted in the soil, and it's kind of like a and it's like seed, why don't you grow? Why don't you emerge? It's like, why? What is the matter, seed? And it's like they're saying that the seed was planted too low in the ground. So even if the soil, the preparation, is perfect, if you don't hear the stuff on top, it's hard to grow. And it's like I'm just gonna ask, like, if you're the seed. Okay, I know this is a little kooky, guys, but we're gonna call in the earthworms. Attracting the earthworms to push it up a little bit. It's too deep. Anuima, 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 papakui, papapayama, ishema, kayewa. They want you to know it's a family of worms. Apapapakupa, ishema pa, atoka, ishtatano pakuiwa. And they want to push the seed all the way up so it can get the sun. So we're just getting some sun on the seed before it's replanted, which kind of, in a metaphoric way, it kind of means like taking the time to like soak in the sun, to like dry ourselves out. What does that mean? atupa ushtuta okapa okapa ushemawa. Aloeka, like don't be so deep. Atupa okano ushtana ka ya pa ushema ya ma okayawa. Like doing a lot of work, a deep work. Pa okato no shtita, let the sun
Mm.
shine. Kind of during like this 10-10 thing is also for you resting and just absorbing kotanoshtita, almost as if you can ask your team apa okatopa oshtita, now that you've emerged on top of the soil, the sun is hitting you, calling in your team ako ashema kotashtita for the drying out tuka shema uhita oshtita, the cleansing. So it's like you resting, enjoying the sun. But ask your team to help.
Wow.
And maybe
So
see what Earth is in the spiritual guide. I don't know.
Well, Rossi said it right. She said the seeds was planted too deeply to germinate and grow because it couldn't see
Yeah.
the sun. It couldn't
Yeah.
get the rest of the rain that it needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was getting, as you were talking, perhaps you have spent too much, you have buried yourself too deep in other people
Yeah.
and not in
Oh,
your,
oh,
yeah, yeah,
oh.
yeah, yeah. And you have to
Yes.
take care of yourself. Yeah, you have to take care of self first. So there you go. Yes.
Oh my
Resting and take, yeah,
gosh.
that's right. That's right.
I'm cold everywhere.
um, Sing like the birds, not worrying about what other people think. Be yourself, share your truth, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself last. You
Yeah.
must put, in order for us to take care of other people, we have to be strong. Don't bury yourself in others. Your seed is ready to be given. There you go. Wonderful. I love your explanation and having people reach for the earthworms. I just love that. That was awesome.
It was so fun. And they're like, tell her we're a family.
Yeah, absolutely. We can help you out anytime you want. All right. So Debbie would like a reading for today, and then we have just one more
Okay.
posting to talk about. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Okay, let's see, Debbie. And again, they're bringing in that eclipse energy. The light in the dark. And how it's like one hand on a hand. As if it's so beautiful. It reminds me of the reading for the mother who stepped out of the physical earlier.
Yeah.
It's like you can put your hand up to a hand on the other side. And I feel like what a gift we can have to connect in this eclipse energy, this 1010. And like how lovely it is to, and it's almost as if I see your hand. I don't know if it is the mother energy, but it's almost as if touching a hand with yourself in like in another timeline. Just like sharing, it's like two twins seeing each other after a long time. And I think they're telling me that there's a story about twins who don't see each other. And I think that they're talking about the sun and the moon being called the twins, and how it takes an eclipse to see each other.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What a beautiful, beautiful explanation.
Dizzy. Yeah.
So I got raise your words, not your voice. The rain grows flowers, not thunder. Make peace, have empathy, and show kindness. So look at that. It's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. There you go. And I think there is something about raising the words or bringing up the words. But, we don't have to shout, because if people really take the time to listen, they will hear it. So.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
Okay, so Mickey Walk had a strange question here. She said, for the past few months, things have been falling off shelves and counters. This evening, a pen popped out of the pen cap. Who's doing it, and what do they want to tell me?
It reminds me of how cats can be mischievous. Is that the word?
Mischievous. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
mischievous.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. I do. I get like a black cat kind of energy. It's like.
Yep. That's funny.
Yeah, panuka. And I do get a feeling it's like a soft paw. It means no harm. Papa mama, papakuma shemawa. Ama oka oshema. It's just kind of like panutitoshtita, like what happens if I do this? Yatanashtita. It's almost as if a practice with a soft paw. Kipa, ma ashema papa ayawa. Anuta. 4. 4. 4. What does the 4 mean? Oka ana shema oka ayapa to ashemai. Anui ana tanaka oshema ye papako oshemawa. So I'm thinking about like the 4 directions, Tito pa ushtata, which is also in the middle of the medicine wheel, or an equal-sided cross, and how it's kind of like the crossroads. Atu papa ko tanoshtita, something is at the crossroads. Yuwa pushima pakunoma ushiwa, and trying to find the balance. Titonoshtitano paku upashiwa. And it's like if I go a little bit this way, it goes like that. If I go a little bit this way, it's like trying to find the balance to a ka'oshtita in the crossroads.
Mm-hmm.
I would the cat energy is so strong here for 18
She
months.
wonders if it's real cats. She's had some cat energy there with real cats. I'm guessing that's what she means. But wow. So I get here that you're taking the first step, or the first steps perhaps, to maybe being able to communicate with the other side.
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
just my thought, just my thought. And they're telling you to just keep expecting the unexpected, because it's their way of communicating with you. That's what I feel. So.
Yeah, they're making me bow my head in reverence.
Okay.
Yeah, this is something coming in for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I get it. How beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yes.
Yeah. I know. I got goosebumps. It's been quite the day for me.
This day.
Okay. So let's just do a closing here of, love and light and protection around all of us. And I'll let Tutah come through and say what they'd like to say.
They are talking about this last reading about taking the steps of balance, and also talking about the seed that was too deep. One thing that the eclipse can teach us is the balance. And just asking ourselves, how may I be of service to the balance, which is so beautiful, because there is this beautiful balance of things, and it's not always balanced.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's supposed to be. But what Debbie and Chris were just saying on Freebird Spirits channel is that there's this haze of injustice, and you can't have it be. We can't have the balance be like this, and that's how it is. And they say it will take us to balance it out, and it is hard to walk the walk. But this is the time. It's almost like rest up, because we need to walk the walk. Like an uphill battle.
My first thought too was that in order to eradicate the haze and to make that clear, make it clear and go away, we all have to raise our vibrations and sort of send maybe like our laser light into the haze, to hope that it will break itself up and bring some power and peace to all of us.
Yeah, but the cool thing is we have it within us.
We do.
And the cards that I wrote down that you pulled up were power and strength and keys. Power, strength, and keys. So strength and keys came up multiple times in your cards, but
Yes, it
power
did.
was one that stood out too. So
Yep.
just harnessing our power and our strength to be the keys for the
Right. To make the
injustice, which
difference. Right.
this community is all about, like, the like seeing the injustice.
Yes.
Yeah.
There isn't
So
anybody that can't see it you're right, in this community.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
We've got our
and
eyes wide open.
yeah, eyes wide open. Yeah, awesome. What a pleasure. I love doing this. Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody. Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you,
Yes.
Allie.
Thank you, JJ and Tuta, for being with us today.
Yeah,
And we'll be back for the 11/11 in another month, and it will probably fly by. So in between
yeah,
that time, please know that we hold you and we
yeah,
love you and we thank you for all you do.
yeah.
Thank you very much, Rossi. Transmute the dark into the
Mm,
light with love. Beautiful
yeah.
ending. Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.